Imagine for a moment that you're standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind blowing in your face, and suddenly you feel a light weight on your back. You glance over your shoulder and there they are, wings shimmering in the sunlight, ready to carry you into the sky. This isn't a dream or a movie scene, it's your reality. What if humans had wings? Not artificial wings, like those of a plane or a gliding suit, but real wings made of feathers, muscles, and bones growing naturally from our bodies. The idea might seem impossible, but let's dive deep into this thought together and explore what life would be like if we could fly, how our society would change, and what it will reveal about who we are. Now, think about the human body for a second. We're terrestrial creatures designed to walk, run, maybe climb if we're feeling adventurous. But fly? That would require a complete transformation. Our bones would need to be lighter, like those of birds. A bird's skeleton is hollow in many parts, reducing weight without sacrificing strength. An average human adult weighs about 70 kilograms, while an albatross, one of the largest flying birds, weighs just around 10 kilograms, even with a wingspan that can reach 3.5 meters. For us humans to take off, our weight would have to drop drastically, or our wings would need to be enormous, perhaps with a span of 6 or 7 meters. Imagine carrying that on your back all the time. Our pectoral muscles, the ones powering those wings, would also need to be incredibly strong, similar to a bird's, which can make up as much as 30% of their body weight. Our heart would beat faster, our lungs would expand to take in more oxygen, and even our diet would shift. We'd need dense calories, like seeds or energy-rich fruits, to sustain the effort of flying. And what would it be like to be born with this? Maybe human children wouldn't crawl or take their first steps. They'd take their first flights. Picture a mother watching her baby flap its tiny wings for the first time, lifting a few centimeters off the ground before tumbling back into the crib. It would be as natural a milestone as learning to walk is for us today, but it wouldn't be easy at first. Flying takes coordination, balance, and practice. Young birds often fall from their nests while learning, and we'd likely go through something similar, maybe with a few bruises and bent feathers, until we got the hang of it. Schools would have to teach not just math and history, but basic aerodynamics, takeoff techniques, and how to read wind currents. Think of a hands-on class in the schoolyard with awkward teenagers trying to glide without crashing into each other. Now, let's zoom out. What would our cities look like if everyone could fly? Buildings wouldn't need stairs or elevators anymore. Entrances could be on rooftops with open platforms for smooth landings. Crowded streets full of cars? A thing of the past. Traffic will become three-dimensional, with humans zigzagging between clouds instead of honking in jams. Maybe there'd be invisible air lanes marked by floating signs or lights to prevent mid-sky collisions. Cities could spread upward, with entire neighborhoods suspended between mountains or built around natural thermal currents, where warm air rises and makes flying easier. Places like deserts or plains, where heat generates those currents, might become the new urban centers, while cold, damp areas could be avoided for being tougher to navigate with wings. And work? Imagine delivery workers flying straight to your window with a package. No drones or trucks needed. Firefighters could reach high floors of burning buildings without ladders, carrying hoses or rescuing people at speeds we've never seen. Even sports would change. Soccer and basketball might turn into aerial games, with floating goals and players diving through hoops in the sky. Flight competitions would emerge, like long-distance races or acrobatic challenges, testing who can glide the longest or pull off the most stunning maneuvers. The Olympics would have a whole new category, with records measured not in seconds or meters, but in altitudes and grace in the air. But it wouldn't all be so simple. Flying takes energy, a lot of energy. A study on migratory birds shows they can burn up to 25% of their body weight on long flights. For humans, that would mean a few hours of flying could leave us starving, exhausted, maybe even needing to stop at floating refueling stations for a quick snack. And the weather? Heavy rain, strong winds, or snow could knock us out of the sky. We might need aerial shelters, like covered platforms scattered across cities to rest during storms. And airspace. How will we avoid accidents? Birds collide sometimes, and they've had millions of years of evolution to guide them. We clumsy humans with brand new wings would probably need strict rules, maybe even traffic lights in the sky. Think about culture too. Wings would change how we see ourselves. Throughout history, flying has been a symbol of freedom, of transcending limits. With our own wings, that dream would become real. But would we still value it as much? Maybe we create new myths, not about angels or superheroes, but about the first humans to cross oceans by flight or touch the highest clouds. Art, music, poetry, everything would reflect this new perspective. Picture paintings made from impossible vantage points, or songs about the feel of wind through feathers. Religions might reinterpret their texts, seeing flight as a divine gift, or even as a test of humility to keep us from thinking ourselves too superior. And war? It's hard to ignore that part. Humans have always adapted their skills to conflict. With wings, battles wouldn't just happen on land or sea. The sky would become a battlefield. Winged soldiers could launch surprise attacks from above or carry light weapons for aerial combat. But there'd be beauty in it too. Peace agreements could be sealed with joint flights, leaders of nations rising together to show unity. Diplomacy could literally take wing, with meetings on floating platforms above borders. Now imagine the impact on the individual on you. What would it be like to wake up, spread your wings, and just fly wherever you wanted? No more barriers like rivers or mountains. The whole world would be within reach. Want to visit a friend across town? 10 minutes in the air and you're there. Want to explore a forest or a canyon? Just glide and watch from above, feeling every air current guide you. It'd be a connection to nature we lost long ago, stuck walking on the ground. Studies show spending time outdoors reduces stress, and flying could take that to another level. The sound of the wind, the glint of sunlight off your feathers, the earth unrolling below like a living map. But there'd be personal challenges too. Your wings would need care. Feathers fall out, get damaged, need cleaning. Maybe we'd spend hours grooming them, like birds do, or develop special products to keep them shiny and strong. And sleep? Lying on your back might be uncomfortable with huge wings, so we might need suspended beds or hammocks, like bats. Even clothes would change. Regular t-shirts wouldn't work. We'd need open tunics or stretchy fabrics that don't hinder flight. Fashion would become functional and beautiful, with colors reflecting our personality in the sky. Let's take it a step further. What if wings connected us more to each other? Today, we live isolated in concrete boxes, but with wings, we could visit neighbors with a quick hop, form human flocks to migrate in winter, or just fly together for fun. Communities could grow stronger, with meetings replacing text messages. But there could be loneliness too. Not everyone would fly at the same speed or height. Some might feel grounded, unable to keep up, like birds with broken wings. Still, the chance to rise together, to share the sky, feels like something that would make us more human, not less. Think about science too. With wings, our curiosity about flight would take us to new horizons. We'd study the weather up close, collecting data straight from the clouds. Amateur astronomers could fly above light pollution to see the stars more clearly. Even space exploration might shift. If we're already winged creatures, maybe our first steps beyond Earth would feel more intuitive, like we're just expanding our sky. NASA estimates migratory birds navigate using Earth's magnetic field. Maybe we develop that skill too, a natural GPS in our bodies. And as the sun sets, picture this. You flying home after a long day, the sky streaked with orange and purple, your wings slicing through the cool air. Down below, the world keeps turning, but you're above it, free in a way we've never been. It's a vision that makes us think about what it means to be human, our limits, our dreams, our ability to imagine beyond what we have. If you enjoyed exploring this sky with me, soar over to another video on the channel and see where else we can go together. See you next time.